Alright, I'm pretty sure this is a great idea. The pillar should stop him. We should be able to just... It didn't stop him. That was a horrible idea. Welcome back. TBF Gaming here with another episode of Ark Survival Evolved on the Xbox One single player with some boosted sliders. Hey, so we're already out because we want to get some things done kind of quickly today. We're looking for some pelts, so we're going to go take out some dire wolves, and I think we get it from woolly rhinos and mammoths as well, but I'm not 100% sure. So going to go ahead and get some pelts so we can go back and make a saddle for the Procoptodon, so we can play a little bit with our kangaroo this episode. And then we got a couple of little things we want to get done. I got to fix a couple things at the base. I'll probably do that off camera. And if we find anything we're taming out here, something really high level, we may stay out here and get a little bit of taming done. So obviously I'd love to get, one of the thatch machines over here, or a woolly rhino, something pretty much over like level maybe 100, 110, 120, somewhere in there. Anything over that, I guess. Something higher level that's worth stopping what we're doing and just going after an actual tame instead of trying to get our pelt together. So that's the decision right now. Kind of look around. Definitely, but biggest thing is we want to make sure we get enough pelt together so we can go make a Procoptodon saddle, so the kangaroo. So we'll start taking out some of these guys. So unless they spawn really bad, these guys aren't too bad. There's a little bit of a spawn issue with these guys. Not as bad as over in the underground areas where everything spawns out of control. But both the dillos and the dire wolves seem to spawn pretty crazy. You'll see packs of 20 dire wolves all rolling together. And I don't know if that's just a mechanic where they're killing everything else on the map, and then one pack joins another, and you get a whole bunch of them together. I guess it's kind of cool because then you get large packs of wolves. It's almost like a, if you're watching the Jungle Book movie, the actual one that came out a year or two ago, watching that in the big old pack of wolves. So I guess that's kind of cool. Not too bad of a thing. Let's grab a couple of things we want to keep, and we're probably just going to drop everything else. All right. That way we can keep collecting stuff we're grabbing here, make sure we get all the pelt together. Alright, let's see what level these guys are. Obviously we'd love to get a mammoth. They're really good utility dino between the ability to grab wood, and they can do some decent damage. So 150. Alright, I think you're a winner, buddy. Alright, we're gonna stop here. Hey, I'm gonna do some scouting around the area because I've had too many times where I start taming something in this area and then I have a dire wolf come out of nowhere and mess up the tame. So I'm gonna run around the area, make sure I have everything cleared out, and then we'll bring it back when it's time to start taming this guy. Alright, so I got a great plan destined to fail. I threw some pillars down just to see if that would stop him from moving if we shoot him from this direction and he runs into him, if he gets stuck on him. So they may not be high enough. We'll see here in a second, but we're gonna try it out, make sure our guy's on passive here. Hit this guy with a couple trank arrows and have him follow us over here. So I know we've done something similar to this with gigas where we have like giant metal gates, but those were a lot taller, obviously. Yeah, these are not going to be tall enough, are they? Okay, it seemed like a really good idea, but obviously we got to go higher with it if we want it to work. So that was kind of a waste. So it looks like we're going to have to do this the old-fashioned way and actually just shoot and run, shoot and run. So the level 150 mammoth probably going to take a lot of arrows. So what I'll do when I edit this out later, I'll go ahead and kind of cut out the middle part of me shooting him forever. So I'll bring it back when he's about to go down. Alright, you can see the mammoth is on the run, about to go down, pretty highly tranked up. So it only took about 30 or so arrows before he started running away. So he's already on the run, should go down here in just a second, and then we'll get our first mammoth. So kind of trying to steer him. I've been trying to see if you're getting kind of in front of him and start shooting that way. It does look like they changed direction a little bit. Alright, he's down. Perfect, perfect. We put our guy on follow because we were kind of going around the corner. I didn't want to get jumped by a dire wolf or anything. Alright, so we're going to, once again, we're going to do the same things before. I'm going to clear out the little area around here because the last thing I want is to have a dire wolf or any of the bad things in the area to come down and jump my mammoth and ruin the tame for us, especially a 150. It'd be nice to get a 150 perfect tame. This will be the second dinosaur this season that we've actually got as a 150. So way back in the very beginning, we got our trike, level 150 trike tamale. So this dinosaur will be even better than that because this is such a utility dinosaur. Help us we can get a lot of berries and stuff like that, but mainly the wood. Should gather a lot of wood. So all right, so I'm gonna clear everything out. I'm gonna get some berries on the mammoth, and then we'll start taming. Alright, so we cut away for quite a while. I went ahead and put a whole bunch of berries on the mammoth, so the mammoth should be about tamed up by the time we get back over there. I built a spiked wall, a wooden spiked wall, all the way around to keep the mammoth safe, hopefully. And then went all the way back to base, got a smithy, and made us a mammoth saddle. So we got a mammoth saddle to throw on him now. We also grabbed one of our more expendable pteranodons, so that way if we lose it, we're not too worried about it. And we're going to leave this pteranodon here inside the spiked wall while we take the mammoth back. So I think the path back might be a little bit difficult because the mammoth is still, even though it's a high level, we haven't leveled up any melee or anything yet. So it's going to be a rough trip back, but we're going to leave the pteranodon here. That way it's not clipping onto us every few seconds and we don't, run the risk of losing both of them. This one tamed out to a 224, so that's excellent. So we can get this one pretty close to 300 once we start leveling it up. So there it is, high level mammoth. I'm actually going to log off for the day because luckily on single player you can log off and it'll just stop where you're at. You don't have to worry about getting attacked or anything. So that's the one thing nice about single player. So I'm actually going to log off for the day because I've been playing for many hours. So we're going to log off for the day, and then I'm going to pick it up tomorrow. We're going to do the trek back with the mammoth and then fast travel back and get the pteranodon. Here we go. So in real world time, it's actually the next day. So we're waking up. We're actually ready to play some more Ark. We played quite a few hours yesterday, so it was just time to take a break. Hey, so for you guys, it was just literally a split second. So we left. We're about to take our mammoth back to base. We're going to leave our pteranodon here, and we're going to attempt to get the mammoth back. So the unfortunate part is we either have to go through the swamp, which I think we're going to avoid, or we can go through part of the water. But if the spawns are bad in the water, we might not make it through the water with all the sharks and the basilsaurus and everything that's inside there. Alright, so we're going to throw some of this stuff on here just in case we don't make it. So don't want to lose, especially the the pick and the hatchet, because those are decent level. Don't want to lose those. We don't really need our trank arrows right now. Yeah, don't need most of that stuff, so should be pretty good to go. So expendable, we're gonna leave here. I don't know if we can get over this spike wall. Let's see if we can just walk over. We might have to destroy it. Nope. Perfect. Okay, cool. So we're out. About to start our trek here. So it's pretty long ways when you're going by foot to get to our base, but we should be able to make it okay. The only part I'm worried about, like I said, is either the swamp area or the water. Those are one of the two ways that you have to go if you want to get back to our base area, and either one of those is a little rough for the mammoth. So we're gonna in the beginning we're probably gonna pump quite a bit of melee, maybe speed, but mainly the melee, so we can make sure that we can knock some people out if they come and attack us. So hopefully be good. Our little failed experiment at taming right there with the pillars. I'm going to try that again. I'm going to try it again where we actually get a whole bunch of the pillars, and actually if I stack them up quite a bit higher, I think it'll actually work. So here we go. Start building up our battle mammoth here. The goal is to have this one to have pretty high. Oh, we're going to attack from behind here. Alright, so 239 damage. That's not too bad for a starting off stat. I figure we can level this guy's attacking and health up pretty high and turn him into kind of a battle mammoth. I know herbivores can't be your primary battle dinosaur, but that's just because you can't heal them up easily. So alright, very cool. So we're gonna keep cruising. So like I said, I think I'm gonna avoid the swamp. There is a little island up here on the right. I think that's the direction that we're gonna try to go. Let's see what we got. Still most of that stuff. Take that, drop those, drop all that. He wasn't close to being overweight, but we just want to make sure we don't get too much garbage here. A lot of the time as we attack, we pick up a lot of stuff we don't need, so we'll keep dropping as much as we can. Alright, so we can just take these guys out as we go. Shouldn't be too bad of a battle. The mammoth has a little bit of knockback, it looks like, which is good, so it can keep itself safe. The only thing that's hard to do is figure out which attack you're doing. He either does the little foot stomp like that, or if you turn the camera to the side, he does like a little tusk swipe, which I think is the better attack, but it doesn't do it just all the time. So let's see, we've got a bunch of dillos here. Alright, so there's just two up right here. That's not too bad. Can't see if we're attacking. Did we already take them out? Oh no, you can see them kind of moving in the background there. Hopefully we clear up here. Alright, we got one more we got to take out real quick. One more to take out. Take this one out. There we go, level 90. So You see over there, you see like there's a decent little spawn of them right over there. You getting attacked by something else? Can't see anything. Is it the ants? Oh no, it's a Titan boa. Okay. I thought I saw a little purple on the screen, so let's try and take out this Titan boa. Come on, hit him. Our hitbox isn't real good. Let's turn. The mammoths. Oh wow, 145. So the mammoths turn quite a bit better than what they used to in the past. That's a good thing. Yes, you got a few dillos over here. Not too bad. We'll take these guys out. Yeah, see, they do a lot of knockback on these smaller dinos. Take out this dire wolf. Oh, got a couple dillos sneaking in the side. I know this makes for a great video right here, you know, all green. I kind of wish you could turn that off, but I understand that eliminates the challenge of it. They're pretty annoying dinosaurs, though. Alright. I think we took everybody out. I think we're good. Alright, there we go. So we got a couple wolves over there, but we can at least check this real quick. And literally nothing. Okay. So, not all winners. It's okay. I should learn the color code for what they mean, like what they drop. I assume the color code is related to literally what they drop, but I just haven't really ever learned that. So we got quite a bit of XP out of that. That's excellent. So we're going to pump our melee pretty high. We want to get somewhere around 1,000. We may go more than that later, but want to get, you know, to 1,000 now. And then we can throw some stuff in weight, throw some stuff in stamina and health. And just overall have a pretty good mammoth here. So we are going to pump oxygen just a little bit because I'm about to go through the water. And these mammoths are pretty slow in the water. So hopefully we can make it through without getting eaten up. And if the spawns are bad, we're going to have a really hard time. Alright. Alright. See, I feel like the swamp would be quicker. But nowadays with the leeches and the capros, it's not really worth it. And actually, if the water is deep at all, the baryonyx is a pain in the butt. Alright, so nothing attacking here. Good. And you can see we're quite a bit quicker now that we pumped our oxygen a little bit, so that makes that a lot easier. Alright, go over here. There we go. There's some of the dillo spawns I was talking about. You see the ridiculous amount of dillos in one little spot here. So this is a relatively small one compared to what you'll see in the swamp. If you go over the swamp area on single player, you'll see groups of 20. It gets pretty crazy. So I'll take these guys out. And there's a Titan bow over there too. We can't really see right now. So the green screen, really helpful for recording. There we go. All right. So take those out pretty quick. Level up a little bit. Oh, we got a couple more over here. See, there's quite a few out here. All right. There's those ones. I think that's everybody. Okay. And this little trip across the water is a little bit longer. Hopefully we can make this one without too much problem. Let's go weight. So we're already at 1,000 weight, so that's excellent. That means this will be a good utility dino once we start going on it. We might swim underwater just a little bit to see what we got coming up here. Definitely a little nervous with this, especially you see how deep the water is right here. And if a baryonyx comes from the left side, we'll be in a lot of trouble. I think I see some rays up here. Gotta watch out for the rays. We have high enough health that we should be okay even if we get attacked a couple times. But the worst thing would be if we saw one of the lead cichlids, the whale. If we see that, then it's pretty much over. Those things took out a raft of mine a while back, so they're actually kind of frightening when you go across the water. It makes it to where you can't make a simple trip across the water anymore. All right, there's a few things trying to follow us up there, but we made it just fine. Alright, so that was honestly the part of the trip that I was the most worried about. So now that we're through there, everything else is kind of easy. Alright, keep pumping weight, because I think melee, I think we're good with the amount of damage we're doing right now. Maybe later we'll pump it, but for now we're doing pretty good. Yeah, so we're at 11,000 health, 1,100 weight, and a little over 1,000 melee, so those are all pretty good stats. We may do a little bit of more speed later. I don't know how important the stamina is going to be because we're not really going to be going long distance with this guy outside of this first trip back to our base. So we're going to go up through the middle part here. As long as we don't run into some allosaurs, I think we'll be alright. Alright, it's kind of hard to see what we got going on up here. Something. Looks like an iguanodon, I think. Can't quite tell. Yeah, an iguanodon. So we're definitely looking for an iguanodon. We want to upgrade the one we have. Ours was a level 15 or something like that, so pretty low level. This one's also 15, so no upgrades here. So we'll keep going. I do like this ruins area. I think I've been here in another episode a while back. They're really cool ruins areas here. A couple of stegos up here. Yeah, big fan of this map. This map is probably my favorite in terms of just the aesthetics of the map. I'm thinking about eventually I'll probably go back to the other map and play a little bit on the island. The island is probably the most fleshed out because that's, you know, the developer's map. They spend a lot of time on it. Like the underground caves and stuff that they've built up are pretty amazing. So get rid of these raptors, 135 and 130. So not too much of a match for us. We're good to go there. Get rid of the ants and the flying ants. Get rid of those guys. Alright, so I'm not 100% sure how long this trip is going to take. So I'm going to continue to make my way around. Don't want to do the entire video of just going around the island. If there's anything big or anything... Oh, 125. Should we do that right now? Yeah, let's just remember where this is at, and then we'll come back and possibly tame that one. 125 Iguanodon would be kind of cool. Alright, so I'm going to break away right now. We'll stop the recording. We're going to bring it back when either we get back to base or if there's any big battles that we got to record. Alright, so we made it back with relatively no trouble, mainly just some small stuff, a couple of raptors, nothing worth really recording, maybe a Carno. So it was actually really easy to get back. So now we're going to go ahead and take a few minutes. I'm going to drop off all my inventory, get everything put in the right inventory spots, and then I'm going to drop all my gear and then fast travel back to Expendable over on the other end of the map. So that's what we're going to do now. So we had a big issue. Couldn't find Goldie, looked all over the base, and then just happened to look down, and Goldie is somehow inside the base, or inside the mountain. I don't know if it's from when we fast traveled or when we were flying back the draw distance messed up. I'm not 100% sure if we can get Goldie out or not. So this is a fairly big bummer. Don't want Goldie to get trapped in there. We definitely need Goldie. So we're going to kind of, you can see the wing there flapping. So just somehow stuck inside of the actual wall. That's a pretty big bummer right there. Let's see if we can get, come on. I don't know if I can get Goldie out. There we go. Yes. Okay. Crisis averted. So we got Goldie. This also happened to a couple other dinos. Looks like are missing from up top. So I'm going to kind of look for them and see if I can get them out as well. Well, we looked all around base to kind of see what else we were missing here. Looks like all the guys from down here minus Jazz, all these guys have fallen into the level. You can see a couple of green dots for the guys that are underneath right there. So yeah, so looks like they all fell into the wall right there. You can actually see their head sticking out of the wall right there. So at least we should be able to get them out. They fall down right here. Oh, it fell all the way down anyway. I was trying to get close. So you can see their head sticking out of the wall right there. So theoretically, we should be able to just whistle them to actually jump out. Alright. Whistle, follow each one. Yeah. So not real sure what caused it, whether it was the fast travel or the draw distance when we came back. So this is the first time this has ever happened where they've fallen just straight into the level like that. Or at least that I know of. I have had dinosaurs disappear in the past, and maybe they had just fallen down in the level. Maybe it wasn't a matter of them disappearing, but just falling down into the level. So they were still there. So we can't quite get Scout here. Let's go Scout. Alright, let's see if we can get it there. Alright, follow. There we go. Alright, Scout's out. I guess we'll say Peggy, even though we don't really care. If we can find it here. Where's Peggy? Here, I know I can see. I keep seeing the green name, but then when I look up there, I'm not seeing it. So we'll go on the other side here. Alright. So we'll take these guys back around the base, or inside the base here. I'm also missing one or two pteranodons, and I'm missing Tamale, our super trike. So, you know, a little bit of an issue. It'd be definitely a bummer if we couldn't get them out. At least we're able to get them out. They have been able to, you know, glitch out of the actual mountain. So that's a big deal. We'd be really bummed out if we couldn't get them out at all. So, all right, get these guys over here. Having a little bit of trouble there. Head banging. All right, I'll get them back into base, and then I'll go around and see who else I need to save. The last few were a little bit more difficult to locate. They fell all the way down here, so they fell all the way to the ground, but still inside the base. So I couldn't see them from up top. So you can see there they are there. There's Tamale, Archangel, Beak, and Terrible. So we lost our first, our first trio of Pteranodons there. Didn't want to lose them, but they got stuck in the base. So we got, we're getting attacked over here. Who's attacking us? Looks like there was a attack inside the wall. So there's actually, I wonder if something attacked and caused them to glitch into the wall. Looks like there's something over here attacking it. It's just an ant or something. Type Mamura. Oh, a Dillo. Okay, so a Dillo over here. I don't know if it was just next to the wall or if that's what caused them to do that. Maybe I need to make sure they're on passive more often. So I'm going to take a minute to get these last couple guys out of here. Tamale might have a hard time because these pillars, I don't know if I can actually get Tamale through the pillars. So we're going to have to see if we can get the rest of these out and get them back up to base, and then we'll bring it back. Okay, so that's going to do it for today's episode. We had a little bit of a scare there thinking we lost our dinosaurs. We were able to get them though, so we're feeling pretty lucky about that. We were able to get our super mammoth back, our level 150 mammoth over in the cold area over there. We were able to get our mammoth and bring it back to this area, so we're pretty happy about that. Overall, a good episode, despite the fact that we thought we lost everything. So, hey, if you're watching, I truly, truly appreciate it. Thank you so much. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much.